Hello everyone, welcome back to the Opulent Life. This is Ozzy, your host, once again with another review for you guys today. It is another fragrance. As you can see here, today we are reviewing Calvin Klein's Eternity for Men Aqua. It's an eau de toilette and we have the 100 ml bottle here. And so let's get started with this now. So I have reviewed a sea cake fragrance before, which is similar to this. It's called the Eternity Summer. It was one of my very first videos in my first year of this channel, and I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go back and see it. I actually liked that fragrance a lot, and I had gotten that from Joma shop. It was really nice. It was a very nice fresh spring summer scent, and this is also pretty similar. We're going to get into it right away, but let's just look at the packaging first before we go into it. I'm going to first take out the plastic. There is one piece that I'm going to leave on the plastic. Make sure it doesn't rip off because I need to show that to you guys. So I purchased this from Ross, which is a gray marketer, and they often have a lot of items on steep discounts available for sale. And that includes fragrances, clothes, shoes, and you name it. A lot of things, even some appliances as well. So I got this from Ross for $19.99. Now the tag here says $29.99. I got an additional discount because they were like really on like a clearance run, and pretty much the entire store was empty when I was there. So yeah, as you can see, the MSRP is listed here, comparable at $52. So that's a pretty good buy for $20 down from $52. I mean, CK fragrances are normally, you can find them on the gray market for quite a bit less than their retail prices, but this was a really good offer, so I took it, and it was good. So you have the barcode, and as you can see, it's from Ross. Now you don't need this plastic anymore. Let's look at the packaging. Your standard cardboard box packaging. This is in baby blue or light blue color with Eternity written in darker blue font for men, and Aqua in the center. We have quite a few different font styles here going on, but yeah, and then the spray vaporizer, that's French, and then you have 3.3 fluid ounce, which is 100 mils. That's written in much lighter gray text that is more reflective. The top, you just have the Calvin Klein branding. Sides are empty. On the back, you have all the ingredients listed and where it's made. It's made in France, as you can see, and just the address. At the bottom, you have the batch code, barcode, and QR code. And here it says 36 months. So after you open the bottle or use it, you have 36 months for ideal shelf life. It is flammable, so that's just a precautionary item. It's listed there. And this batch code, we're going to check it right now. So I checked this batch code in checkcosmetic.net using the Calvin Klein brand settings, and 3214 yielded a date of manufacture of 2nd of August 2023, and now at the time of filming it is April 2024. So roughly about, that would make it 8 months since date of manufacture, which is pretty good. Getting it from gray market, you can obviously not expect it to be a couple of months of manufacture and getting it in your hands, right? That's more of a possibility when you're going to like big department stores that have a high turnover rate. But with, for a gray marketer, this is pretty good. You can pretty much safely buy perfumes that are, a year and a half, or even 2 years from date of production. That's still a safe buy. More than 3 years, that starts getting iffy, and more than 5 years, it's not advisable for me. Some people say that, buying the older batches is good, but you don't know what conditions they're storing it in, how many hands it's exchanged, and it's just, you can't trust the warehouses. They might not be storing it correctly. So the longer the duration from date of manufacture, the higher the chance that, the bottle has denatured, has gone through a lot, and it's not as strong as it should be. So I try to keep it safe. I try to stay within the 2 to 3 year window of manufacture, be it gray market. I have a stricter policy towards, buying it from retail. I want it within 6 months. But for gray market and online discounters, I tend to be more relaxed. So this one's from discounter, 8 months, passes the criteria, good for it. Now let's open it up. So inside we have white cardboard inner, no surprise, pretty standard. Then we take out the bottle, which is pretty nice looking actually. Let's take a look. So here it is, you have a direct spray system here. You have a clear, transparent bottle with a blue, light blue colored fluid. That is the fragrance, Eternity for Men Aqua, Calvin Klein. Pretty identical to the box, the same way. It's written the same way, but just a little bit more closer together, of course, because of the bottle size. This is a rectangular bottle with some curved edges on the top, fully glass, fully transparent. At the back, you don't have anything, it's all see-through. The bottom, you have the same batch code that matches what's on the box. Very important. All right, and then you have 100 ml, made in France, nothing else here. And then you have a direct atomizer, no caps, nothing to fiddle around with. It's just a direct spray system, silver, metallic feel. And this is your standard Eternity bottle. That bottle for Eternity Summer was identical. The only difference was the color of the fluid was more yellow. So yeah, that's typically the language of Eternity. It's the same bottle, different colored fluids, different names. And it's designed for your spring, summer time, daytime. So let's give it a shot, see how the atomizer works. Gotta give it a good pump first. And here we go. Okay, nice atomizer. Okay, now I'm gonna let it sit on the skin for a bit. Do you guys see this fragrance? Sorry for the reflection, by the way. I'm working on getting a better lighting setup. And with your support, one day I will be able to do this. Let's actually put it on the bottle so it gives you a nice background. It's not perfect, but it should do the trick for now. So just smelling it right now, I'm getting very, as expected, very fresh vibes from this. It is really nice. I actually love it. I love the previous one as well that I reviewed. And this is no different, but this is no different in the sense that I do love it, but it is different from the previous one. That one was a little bit more warmer. This one is a lot more fresh, very ozonic, and very aquatic too, of course. I'm getting some green notes as well. Maybe a touch of wood there. I think the touch of wood will persist a little bit more and get more pronounced as it wears off. There's definitely a fresh, spicy vibe to it as well. Some lavender, some fruits as well mixed in to give it a little bit more complexity. Very well constructed. I'm liking it. The more I smell it, the more I'm liking it. And it's decently strong. I'm thinking it has good sillage and it may be projecting very well as well. This is an eau de toilette, so they're designed to project a little bit more than your standard EDPs and parfums. They tend to sit closer to the skin, and it's just the way they're constructed. And one of the downsides of that is the more it projects, the more stronger it vaporizes, it lasts less longer than EDPs and parfums because of that reason, because it's vaporizing much faster. But you get good projection for the first 2 to 3 hours, and that's typically the average longevity of these types of fragrances. Citrus, fresh, aquatic, you're not going to get more than 3-4 hours if you're lucky. Average is about 2.5 hours in the summertime. Springtime, you might be able to stretch it to like 3 hours, but that's it. You got to apply it throughout the day if you want to smell the same way. So that's one thing. This is not Tom Ford Oud Wood. You spray it on, last the whole day or maybe the next day even. Put it on your clothes or put it on your skin. It's gonna go in 2.5 hours. Carry the bottle around with you for refreshers if you like it. Buy travel size if you want to. But that's typically how you do it with these types of fragrances. So yeah. So let's get into the details. And so this came out. This is not a new fragrance. Eternity line has been around since 1988-87. They've been doing lots of spin-offs of this name, and it's been a big seller for Calvin Klein. So this particular one, the Aqua, came out 2010. It's still running strong. It's got a good base, good fan base. People still like it. They're still manufacturing it, so it still exists. So 2010, this was launched. It's the description reads that it has a woody aromatic fragrance. I'm not sure it's that woody, and maybe it's there, but I certainly think it's a lot more aquatic and fresh. It's definitely down that route. I would not describe this as woody straight up. So that's just me, however. So let's look at the note breakdown and see if it matches what I'm feeling. Now, the official note breakdown, it tells us that the top notes should be cucumber, citruses, green notes, lotus. Let me take a quick whiff of the spray and see if that matches. Now, the top notes, yeah, I do agree. There's cucumber, there's some green notes for sure, there's some lotus, citruses. So yeah, I agree fully with the top notes. Those are all there, and those are the exact same notes I felt in the initial spray. So that's definitely there. Middle notes, let's go a little deeper. It says that we should be feeling plum, lavender, Sichuan pepper, Virginia cedar. Oh, that is pretty accurate. Yes, I am definitely feeling the cedar. Plum and lavender combination is there. Sichuan pepper, maybe a touch of it. But yeah, if you really focus, you do get a little bit of a peppery feel in the back of your nostrils. You know, I do feel that. It's not super apparent, but it's there. So far, pretty accurate. Base notes, now this is gonna be hard for me to figure out right now because it's, you know, I just applied it. Maybe later I'll be able to figure this out, but let's see if we can get whiffs of it. So base notes should be musk, sandalwood, patchouli, kayak wood. Tough. Okay, so maybe I'm getting a touch of musk in here, not super heavy. Maybe there's sandalwood. I do feel there's sandalwood there. Sandalwood is coming out right now, and that's one of the things that might persist, and maybe that's the reason why they're calling it a woody aromatic fragrance. But I don't know if I would put woody aromatic on the headline. I'm not so sure about that. But anyway, they're not bluffing around. It is there. I do feel it. Next, we have patchouli. Patchouli, yes, sure. I'm getting hints of it here and there. It is coming out. It's not super apparent, but again, it's a base note. I can't describe it in the short time I've applied it right now for. It's been like, what, 4 minutes? Base notes usually tend to come out later. They're a little bit faster in EDTs because they last less than EDPs. So because of the faster vaporization, you are able to detect base notes of these fragrances a little bit earlier than you would in typical parfums. Kayak wood. Now, I have not smelled kayak wood before, but I'm assuming that it is some earthy wood, something like earthy woodiness that you would get from maybe, you know, deep earth minerals. And if that's the case, then yes, there's definitely some of that here. But if it's supposed to be something else, then I'm not so sure. Leave in the comments below if you know about kayak wood and if you think that this fragrance may actually contain it. So that's the note breakdown. I pretty much agree with 90% of what they say. But again, I'm not a fragrance connoisseur who knows every single mineral. I know a lot of them and most of the common ones, but I don't know every single one. So it's a learning experience for me as well. But I do agree with it, so it means that they got most of it right. Now, what else do we need to talk about here? Right, so I paused the video for a few minutes just to make sure that I'm getting the note breakdown correct. And yes, after some confirmation, it is correct. I do feel everything that I just stated prior to this moment. And so what do I recommend this for? I think this is a pretty good everyday scent for spring, summer months. Excellent for daytime, afternoon wear. Not sure I would rock it in the evenings. Unless you're at a beach party, then sure, yeah, evening wear may work for that. But yeah, office wear is good, perfect. It's not an inoffensive smell, very standard, very generic. It's not something that, however, it doesn't stand out so much. It's not like a super special fragrance that I've never smelled before. There's a lot of variety. There's a lot of competition in this space. It's pretty saturated. There's so many summer fragrances out there that it's hard to pick one, but this is a solid pick. You can't go wrong with this. I would definitely recommend buying it. this price point is unbeatable. $20, Calvin Klein Aqua, go for it. Awesome fragrance. I would recommend this, you know, as your casual cheapy scent that you would just, you know, a no-nonsense fragrance that you would just want to apply without thinking too much about it. It's pretty. It'll work in almost every situation except for the most formal ones, and maybe not, you know, nighttime situations. Although I would recommend it for romantic wear, for dates, but you know, daytime dates might be more appropriate for this type of fragrance. Yeah, but it's a casual scent, or, you know, casual, semi-formal maybe would be the right way to apply this and use this for. In terms of strength, I would say it's between moderate to moderate strong from what I'm smelling it right now. So it's not a weak fragrance. It's pretty, it makes its presence felt. So let's put it that way. So I would say moderate CIs, moderate strength. Longevity, not sure it's gonna last more than 3 hours. That's my best guess, unless you have a specific skin type where, you know, things tend to last much longer and you may be able to stretch it to 4 or 5 hours. I don't know. I am not sure. My skin type is such that scents don't last very long on me. I need to keep reapplying. So just as an average, what I quoted was 2 hours, right, for EDTs. Typically on my skin, EDTs last for what? An hour, 15 minutes maybe. So you can tell it's below average, you know, for me at least. So by that definition, you know, EDPs, which are supposed to last 6 to 8 hours, they last about 5 hours for me. And parfums, instead of 12 to 16 hours, they last about 10 hours. So whatever the quoted average is, it's a little bit less for me. However, it may be average for you, it may be more than average for you. It all depends on your skin type, which can vary a lot. So try it out. I would definitely try it out. Retail, do not buy this for retail. Retail will rip you off. It is not meant to be bought at retail. This is a discounter perfume, pure discounter perfume. So I would say shop around, look at your TJ Maxx, look at your Marshalls, look at your what's that one? Burlingtons. Go to your Ross, check out Joma Shop, check out the online discounters that are dime a dozen. Buy it from the place that has the best price. I am going to leave a link in the description below from our Amazon affiliate store. It'll be a good price, but it may not be the best price. So, but if you are someone who shops on Amazon a lot, you have points that you want to utilize. Now that's important. If you have points on Amazon, let's say you find it on Amazon for like $25, but at a discounter, you're getting it for $20, but you may have to pay shipping. And Amazon, if you have the points and you have free shipping, the $25 is actually a better buy than the $20, because you don't have to pay shipping and you have points that, you know, in essence, you don't need to take money out of your credit card to buy. So for that reason, I'm going to leave a link in the description for my Amazon affiliate link store. If you do fall in that category and you do like the price, go for it. So that's it for our review of Eternity Aqua. I will bring more fragrance reviews for you guys. So stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, and make sure to stay tuned for our next videos that are upcoming. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.